Why do bad things happen to you? Have you been trying to manifest something for ages and it just hasn't been seeming to come into fruition? You haven't been successful, you keep on failing, it keeps not happening, and you just don't understand why. In this video, I'll give you the 7 main reasons why you haven't been receiving what you're trying to manifest and how to overcome this. My name is Davy. I am a PhD student in chemical engineering at the University of Cambridge. And in my free time, I love to study anything related to psychology, self-development, manifestation, the law of attraction, even the quantum physics of frequencies with which we manifest things into our life. The most common question that I hear or that people struggle with is, I've been trying to manifest XYZ, but it just hasn't been successful and I don't know why, and the law of attraction is not working for me, etc. I'm gonna explain to you in this video exactly the 7 reasons why the law of attraction or manifestation hasn't been working for you and how you can overcome these struggles. Let's get right into it. The first reason why your manifestations haven't been successful so far: you don't see the purpose in bad things happening to you. And this is a really hard one to digest for us humans. Bad things happen for a reason. When you feel, or when something horrible happens to you, or when you feel like life is being a struggle, this is actually a growth opportunity. I want to get rid of the word bad things happening to me. Every bad thing happening to you is in fact a growth opportunity. A growth opportunity that is meant to shape you or change you into becoming the person that is of a higher frequency that does align with their desire. If your desire is this thing that is quite far from your current reality, let's say you want to have financial independence, but you're currently still broke, you need a certain growth to get there. It's the same where a kickboxer needs to get his ass kicked before he can become stronger and better at what he does. And how do you become better in life? How do you grow in life? Through bad things happening to us. These bad things are actually our growth opportunities. They are meant to teach us something. They are meant to level us up to something. And this mind shift change is crucial for manifestation, because every time you feel annoyed that your manifestation hasn't been coming in, or you feel like you failed at trying to attain your desire, or you feel like you keep having bad luck, you need to change your mind shift into understanding this is a growth opportunity. The universe is trying to shape me into becoming a better and stronger person. You know, this relates to what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Everything that happens in our life resonated with us to some extent, even the bad things. This is a very hard one and a difficult one to capture, because when bad things happen to us, we're like, well, we didn't manifest this, we didn't ask for this. And no, you're right. Your soul doesn't desire this bad thing happening to you because it doesn't feel good to you, right? Yet there might be a soul wound or a part of you that needs healing that manifested this bad thing happening to you. Everything is vibration, and when bad things happen to us, there was a part of us that resonated with that experience. And for the sole purpose of growth, of healing, of improvement. And 9 out of 10 times, we don't see this bad thing happening to us as a growth opportunity. So we don't treat it as one. And then we end up in a cycle where bad things and failure and things we don't like keep happening to us. I've said this in my earlier videos, but the way to manifest things is that it works with different vibrations and realities. So when you're trying to manifest something, you're trying to tune into that reality of having that desire. And your current self, the person that is watching this video right now, might not be ready or is not the person yet that can have that desire, that can handle that desire. Because the person that has that desire has to be stronger, has to be more developed, has to learn something, or has to let go of something. And the only way to get to a higher level or to improve or to grow is through struggle, is through something bad happening to us. because your current self might have certain personality traits or habits that do not resonate with having your desire. When you're trying to manifest a healthy relationship, but you have jealousy issues or you're carrying other negative frequencies with you, the only way to get rid of those is through a negative bad thing happening to you that makes you release that. And when you start to look at every negative experience, every rejection, every failure, every bad luck moment as a moment of growth, the quicker you will be able to actually start to manifest things, because then you can actually become aware of what you are supposed to learn from this bad experience. Let's say you're trying to look for a job and you keep on getting rejected, and you're feeling hopeless and worthless, and you're not seeing these rejections as a growth opportunity. You'll sink further and further down and get further and further away from your dream job. Whilst if you look at these rejections as a growth opportunities, these other jobs were not meant for you. And you start to improve on yourself, work on yourself, improve your communication skills, improve your CV, improve your interview skills, you increase your potential, and you in fact have raised your vibration to align with the potential job of your dreams. You're converting this negativity into new energy and growth that can help you raise your vibration in order to manifest the things that you desire. Now, the second reason why you are not receiving your desire is you're putting your desire on a pedestal. You're making this desire as something grand and hard to achieve. And once you do this, you're externalizing your desire and you're not actually in alignment with your desire. If having the desire is something that you look up to, that seems this challenging, grand thing that requires you to be so lucky to get it, you're putting it on a pedestal and you're too attached to your desire and you're not allowing it to come in. How do you take it off this pedestal? I recently thought of this trick I do to get my desires off a pedestal and release my attachment. For example, let's say you're trying to manifest a relationship or the love of your life that you would maybe at some point marry, right? If you are in a healthy relationship, let's say you're engaged and your wedding is in a year and it is already planned, the date is set, the venue is booked. How would you feel? Well, you would look forward to that day. You would count the days until you have your wedding. You would start planning it. You'll start to feel the excitement. Or let's say you're graduating from your degree and you exactly know when the graduation is going to happen, on what date you're going to go for dinner with your family, and that date is set. Those are things that you look forward to. Those are things that you are excited for because they are planned. And that is the way you should look at your manifestations. You should literally pretend as if it is happening for definite, as if you're now allowed to look forward to it. You can allow yourself to get excited for it because you know your manifestation will come in. So look at your manifestation or your desire as if it is something planned, as if it is something scheduled. You don't know exactly when, or you could tell yourself in a year, something imaginary. It doesn't matter, but allow yourself to feel the excitement as if your desire is happening for definite. In the same way you would look forward to your wedding that is fully planned in a year, or your graduation that date of which you already know when it's going to happen. And this excitement puts it off a pedestal because then you're finally aligning yourself with having the desire. Releasing attachment is also about not seeing it as something grand, not seeing it as something difficult. If you're looking at other people that have your desire and you're looking up to them, that means you're not in alignment yet. Shift your mindset and pretend it's easy. Pretend it's doable. Pretend it's going to happen for you in a year, so you can already start to feel the excitement as if it is here now. Now, the third reason why your desire might not have been come in, you're dealing with karma. So karma is a balancing of the energies, and you don't truly need to understand how it works or why it is formed. All you need to understand is that if you want less bad things happening to you, you need to make sure that all you give out to the world is positivity. You're kind to others, you don't judge others, you're kind to the world, you're kind to the environment, and you don't do bad things or negative things. You don't gossip, you don't judge, you don't gaslight, you don't exhibit any type of negative behavior towards others, because you understand that everything that you give out will in some form return to you. And that can already cut out a big part of negative or bad things happening to you, because if you are being kind and positive to the world, the majority of the things that will come back to you will be kind and positive. And obviously not always, when you're carrying karma with you from perhaps previous lives or past events, but all you need to focus on now is that you don't create any more negative karma for yourself by being kind to the world, being generous, being empathic, and treating the world in a way that you would want to be treated. The fourth reason why bad things might be happening to you or your manifestations have not been coming in, you are in a victim failure mentality. I'll tell you something. Failure doesn't exist. Again, failure is part of a growth opportunity. Failure is meant to teach you something. If you never give up on something, if every time you fail, you'll try again and you'll try again and you'll try again, and you know and you trust yourself to never give up on something, you will succeed. There is no way, there is no possibility of you not succeeding, of you not getting into alignment with your desire. And look at failure as a growth opportunity. Look at failure as something that is meant to increase your vibration, to make you level up to having your desire. Failure doesn't exist. All that exists are growth opportunities. All that exists are things that are meant to teach you something, to improve you, to help you heal, and to raise your vibration, to get into alignment with your desire. You should believe in the infinite possibilities of the universe. There are an infinite way in which the manifestation can come towards you. And that's why I also always say, only think about the end desire, about what you want and how you want to feel. Don't worry about the how, because how it's gonna happen might surprise you. And you don't even know all of the possibilities that exist in which the desire can come towards you. Steve Jobs said, you can only connect the dots looking back. And if Steve Jobs gave up the first time he tried to make an iPhone or all the amazing things he'd done, he would have never succeeded. So it is about understanding that you can't connect the dots from the point you're at now. That will only happen after you received your desire. All you need to understand is that failure is just a hurdle meant to help you grow, meant to help you improve. So every time you fail, you ask yourself, what am I meant to learn from this? What am I meant to improve on? How is this failure, which is a growth opportunity, helping me to get closer to the vibration of having my desire? And promise to yourself that you'll never give up, because if you can make that promise to yourself, you will get your desire. It is only your mind and only your negative thoughts that are holding you back, not actually the bad things happening to you. It is the fears and the doubt that you have in yourself are keeping you from your desire. See these negative thoughts as well as your personal trainer that is trying to train you, improve you, and make you stronger. The fifth reason why you are not receiving your desire, you are yearning. You are yearning for it. When you feel the feeling of craving and when is it gonna happen and how is it gonna happen and why is it not happening to me, the why, when, and how questions are yearning. And if you're yearning for your desire, you're in a lacking frequency. You're not at the reality of having your desire. You're still staying at your current reality. You're still putting your desire on a pedestal and you're still too attached. Now, how do you get out of that yearning frequency? Again, the same little trick that I explained to you earlier. Pretend that your desire is happening for definite and allow yourself to feel the excitement as if that desire is coming in within a certain time frame. So there is a future version of you that exists that has that desire. So start to script and write letters to that future version of you, because you need to come into contact with that future version of you. You need to start to understand how that future version of you thinks and how he or she exists. And therefore you need to start to picture him or her. Picture him or her that already has the desire. Write a letter to that future version of you, telling him or her how proud you are of him, that they have the desire now. Your desire might come in magical ways you haven't even thought of. So never worry about the how. It can be a phone call, a bumping into someone in the street, finding a paper on the floor with a hint or with an insight that might lead you to your desire. You have no clue about all of the magical ways that the universe has laid out for you to get you to your desire. All you need to remember is that failure and bad things happening to you are growth opportunities meant to help you to get closer to your desire. Negative thoughts are meant to shape you, to increase your strength, to get you closer to having your desire. Sixth reason why you are not receiving your desire. You are living from your ego. So we have our ego, which is our personality or our mind that is based on fear. It is your software that is installed into your body, meant to protect you, to keep you safe. It doesn't like to do new things. And then you have your soul. Your soul acts from love and compassion. And that is probably where your desires come from. And everything that feels good is something that aligns with your soul. Now, your ego is the negative voice in your head, the fearful voice, always trying to talk you out of new things, always keeps you afraid and fearful and generates all of these negative thoughts. So if you're afraid, if you're a person that's afraid, you live too much from your ego. So how do you get out of your ego? You get out of your ego through awareness. Through every time that the negative voice arises, you are aware of that negative voice and you understand that that is just the little software voice trying to keep you safe. It is not the ultimate truth. And it doesn't even feel good to have those fearful thoughts. It doesn't align with your soul, which is who you truly are. And your ego likes to judge other people. Your ego is busy with being judged by other people. Your ego is afraid of new things. But all of those things are not who you truly are. You are your soul. Your soul understands that you have infinite potential. So every time you're being fearful, you need to understand that that is your ego, your selfishness, your fearful, angsty, judgmental software that is installed to keep you safe. And who wants to live from their ego? Who wants to be ruled by their fears? And new things might always feel scary, and your ego is triggered into thinking new things are always scary. But if you live from your ego, you will never try out new things and you will never actually get to your desire. Every time fearful thoughts arise, I tell myself I do not allow myself to be ruled by my ego. And what really helps from getting out of your ego is not judging others, which makes you more confident and less afraid. Because then that way you're also not busy with being judged by others. And keep asking yourself questions when negative thoughts arise. Is this objectively true? Or is this just my safety software popping up? Is this actually gonna hurt me, or is this gonna help me grow? Now, the seventh and final reason why you'd not be receiving your desires is that you are carrying past trauma with you. Past trauma are post-traumatic events that occurred into our life that generated a lot of negative emotions that we weren't able to process at the time, so then store in our permanent vibration. And this might be subconscious. And when we're still carrying this past trauma with you, they might still attract and manifest negative things happening to us, bad things happening to us. But again, you're only storing these post-traumatic events with you because they want to heal. They want to be felt. They want to be released. So having this knowledge, this can help you understand when a bad things happen to you, you need to do some self-reflection as to what post-traumatic event or what negative emotion am I carrying with me that is manifesting this bad thing happening to me. Have that self-awareness and take that responsibility, even if it is painful. If there is a negative thing happening to you that triggers negative emotion in you, there is a negative emotion that you were carrying with you all along that was resonating with that bad experience. And that is that post-traumatic event. Understanding these negative emotions that you are carrying with you, or this past trauma, is about doing some healing work, perhaps through meditation, perhaps through self-reflection, asking yourself questions. When you feel negative emotions, when have I felt this before? Where does this come from? Why do I get so triggered into my ego? What in me what negative emotion in me is asking for release, is asking for healing. Because this is always the reason why bad things happen. It is for healing. It is for growth. It is a growth opportunity. And it was something in you, a negative emotion in you, that resonated with that negative event. And I'm not trying to sound harsh here, but it is the truth, because it is something that I need to keep reminding myself as well when bad things happen. Why does this happen? Oh, victim mentality. There is a part of me that resonated with that. There is a part of me that wants to grow, that wants to heal, that wants to let out this emotion, and that wants to shape me into becoming the future version of me that has that desire. And once I remind myself of all of those things, you know, it might be karma, this is a growth opportunity, there is a part of me, a past trauma that I'm carrying with me that is resonating with this bad thing happening to me. And it is meant to shape me, to grow me into becoming the person that has the desire. That was such a rant. I hope this was motivating to you. I hope this was empowering to you, because we need this awareness of why bad things happen to us in order to grow, in order to heal, and in order to get to our desires. So thank you so much for watching my videos. I truly appreciate it. And I would love if you give a like to my video or leave me a comment if anything of this video resonated with you. And I would love to see you in my next video. Sending you my love.